mwingine akipata matako lia mbwata.
Hapa boss.
With the rise of digital creativity, content creation and the desire for online visibility across the country, a number of youths in Dagoretti scheduled their time for a Creators Empowerment Program at Dagoretti South Empowerment Centre CDF.
Na ni lazima tu support content zote ambazo tuko nazo hapa. Talent ndio nguvu kwa vijana.
The NFP Leadership Unveiling and the Youth Creative Forum organized by Nairobi Film Production sought out to educate, empower and enhance creatives' know-how in the diverse changing digital economy.
Is to enhance the ability, the knowledge of our creatives in the industry to understand and to get more opportunities that are available.
I'm very, very happy to have this opportunity to connect to youth and help inspire people to connect to their purpose, connect to creativity, to connect to the world, to their lives.
To encourage sisi vijana tushikane na talent inalipa tukiwa na umoja kabisa.
We encourage inclusion, and for today I've seen inclusivity in the creatives, and we are pushing to see more persons with disability included in these forums and them having the space to come and shine and show their talents, which is something that we are really advocating for.
More importantly, the possibilities that are actually there. How can we be able to ensure that through this platform that we tap into the creative space and ensure that our young people are able to transit not just to be entertainment form but also to be an economy that can actually benefit them.
Kuongea wanaweza saidiana aje, wanaweza saidika aje.
To be able to express themselves and also to showcase what they're able to do as young people with the talent that they have.
We must be taking our talent to the next level.
For the past 21 years, Georgina Goodwin has been doing African visual storytelling, owned from the group up production, training and mentorship, from story to ownership to income. She says most storytellers do not fail because of talent. They disappear because nobody ever sees their consistency. She urges, post before you feel ready. Visibility is part of the craft.
What I found was African storytellers, African creators were not aware of the opportunities across the globe. So the first big impact that I want GGI Media to do is to connect local creatives across the continent to global opportunities. So that is the first thing. The second thing, I want to make sure that local talent across the continent can come to understand is to have confidence in their ability to tell stories. It's not just for other people to come in and tell African stories. GGI Media now stands for African stories deserve to be told by African storytellers.
A Dutch nationalist and an international journalist, Ruud, with at least 30 years of expertise, is impressed with the output of young people positioning themselves to the advantage of their creativity.
And the main message was, it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to fight for it. Even myself, my first contact would attract 5 views or 6, and then you get frustrated. But you have to continue because you get better and your audience is growing. And at some point you will find that you have 300,000 views or 200,000 views and a growing group of followers. So that's what I want to say. Keep creating your content and make great stories.
Despite the urge and the motivation to start from the most space of convenience, many highlights key challenging factors that hinder continued development and active, consistent development of young creatives.
The biggest challenge is lack of information. And I know this is ironic because we're in a world where there's a lot of information, but from what I've gathered, what we assume is information, not everyone has.
Generally in our industry, I think is lack of opportunity, lack of access to opportunity.
A lot of the young people have the content, have the creativity. The problem is they lack the equipment. Whenever a person has a content, he or she is asking, where am I going to start from?
Fear. I think we're so much afraid of what will happen or what will be said of me if I put my story out there.
I think people are giving up too soon because there's a kind of negative influence that you feel that you need friends somewhere to reach somewhere or that you need money to reach somewhere. But all you need is a great story.
Changamoto ni kutokujiamini, and then ati hujajiamini unaweza.
Young people are waiting to be given an opportunity which they are supposed to take not waiting to be given by anyone. And they need to create their own spaces in order for their talents to be able to come out and for the whole world to be able to know what they're able to offer.
And with the rise of technology as artificial intelligence AI, creators might feel challenged but can embrace its benefits and utilize AI's available materials for top-notch content production.
What I realized from that talk is that people are coming back. They're making sure that we can actually tell our stories and still embrace AI in post and pre-storytelling. We can use AI to support us in scripting. What has become very apparent is not to use AI in any image creation. We want authentic image creation, we want authentic image and storytelling, and the AI we can use to supplement and support the pre and post storytelling.
It will add more knowledge to them, but it will be according to how you will use it, because whenever you use it in a bad way, and that is how it is going to control you in a bad way, and you'll get yourself, the AI will take your knowledge and then you'll get your empty. You'll be empty. So try balancing yourself between the AI and your content that you have.
And seeing that AI can really help in making things easier for the youth and also for persons with disability. And we are hoping that things will be more inclusive and accessible for us persons with disability.
It is both ways. It is a disadvantage and at the same time advantage for them to be able to utilize the situation in the social medias. They can utilize what we have.
There are so many AI tools out there which could help most of our young people in terms of content creation, but then there is no such enough education telling us what kind of tool to use and where to find it.
I have very double feelings about AI. I did it. I made several videos, like 50 or something, and I felt that it didn't really pick up. It was like my audience didn't like AI. They want to see real things.
Creators are now urging the government to partner with local entities for enrichment of local creatives who are in dire need of opportunities.
Naona si future poa haswa generation cause ni wale watu wanataka kuamka hapo na wapate maisha iko sawa.
We have seen the government try and do a lot in this particular space, but why are we not seeing the impact at the grassroots, not from the succeeding artists? Because I think at this particular point we are seeing the impact more on the well-established artists. But when you come to the grassroots level, we have artists who can survive on music.
Let us come to the grassroots level, not only waiting for a person to come in the office. Recruit people to come in the grassroots, on those wards, on those areas. There is a talent, so we need to support them. So your opportunities are much more. So government, please let us chip in and try to look a way of how we can support this creative, because it is also creating an awareness of youth being idle, engaging in bad behaviors like drugs, alcohol and all that.
Kenya's creative economy is a rapidly expanding sector, contributing roughly 5% to the national GDP and generating immense youth employment. Driven by a young, digitally savvy population, the industry faces massive potential alongside challenges regarding formalization and infrastructure. And even as the week of digital mobilization and digital empowerment comes to a center stage, there's still a need for self-motivation and self-reliance to the betterment of digital top-notch content creation.
As a creative and so many other creatives and young people assembled right here at Dagoretti South Empowerment Centre for one thing, Creative Youth Forum, and exclusively courtesy of many creators out there in Dagoretti South have assembled right here to make sure that they make emphasis on creativity. So even the leaders as well have partnered with these young people to ensure that the future is bright for creatives. They say that the system, or the supporting system rather, begins with them. And even as they engage in this, they are optimistic that the future is bright for creatives. So see you in the next minutes as we amplify other conversations in creativity.
This is Voice with Sesmo.